Hello, this is Lee on PublicLee speaking, and this week I'll be reviewing the game Borderlands. This game is a role-playing game that's also a first-person shooter. Like an RPG, it has different weapon loadouts, customization, skills to manage, classes, and leveling up, but it plays like an FPS. This merging of styles could have been awesome if handled correctly. It wasn't. Borderlands was made by Gearbox Software, who made the Half-Life expansions, which I really liked, but it was also the company which excreted the gaming turd that is Duke Nukem Forever. They did buy the rights to Duke after 3D Realms had been developing it for 12 freaking years, but they are the ones who went ahead and released it, so they're at least partially responsible for that playable pile of fecal matter. What I'm trying to say here is they're kinda hit or miss. Anyways, in Borderlands you choose one of 4 characters to play as. They are Mordecai, who is a long-range specialist and has a pet alien eagle thing. Roland, a mid-range specialist who can deploy an automated turret for support fire and cover. Brick, who is a berserker tank and specializes in close-quarters combat. And Lilith, the mage of the group who specializes in elemental damage and can take brief trips out of phase with reality, making her ethereal and creating small explosions when she phases in and out. Also, this game is 4-player cooperative play, which I tried, and while it does serve to cover up the game's flaws a bit longer than in solo, it doesn't help that much. The story is that you are on the wasteland planet of Pandora, trying to find a hidden vault, a box, if you will. And inside the vault is alien technology, riches, fame, power, women! I think the first 4 help you get the 5th, but I'm not quite sure how that works. Anyways, there is something cool inside the vault, and you are trying to find it and open it. If you haven't already, go watch the 2 main trailers in the opening of the game. The trailers are set to the song No Heaven by Champion and Ain't No Rest for the Wicked by Cage the Elephant, good band, the second of which also plays during the opening cutscene. If you see those 3 videos, you will be hyped up. If you like action games, you'll probably be thinking, this game looks awesome, and asking, this game is gonna be awesome, right? No, it's nowhere near that cool. In the game proper, you never hear these songs, and there are only a handful of times the music picks up and is exciting. Most of the time, you're stuck with boring ambient noise, or worse, dead silence, except for the gun sounds, the noises the aliens make, and the occasional psycho going wah. This game suffers from pretty severe hype backlash. Hype backlash is when the marketing for something makes it sound really great, but when it finally comes out, it isn't up to the level of expectation and suffers because of this. 2 good examples of this are the movies of Cloverfield and Chronicle. Both were filmed as if they were being filmed by actual cameras, and both of them had ad campaigns which heavily obscured what the movie was about. When Chronicle came out, it was as great as it seemed. Mind you, it had its flaws, but it was as good as it was expected to be, and because of that did really well. Cloverfield, however, was not. It was an okay movie, but because there was so much hype, it got really bad reviews, when, objectively, it was still kind of okay. This concept is at play here. The trailers in the opening seem to hint at a tight, action-packed, awesome game full of witty, manic, and somewhat sarcastic humor. What you get is nuggets of humorous awesomeness in a wasteland of repetitive gameplay, backtracking over boring areas, and inventory management. A good example of this is that this game claims to have 87 bazillion guns, which is actually over 3 million, but not really. Because the different guns have different stats, level requirements, manufacturers, and designs, you only have about 1,000 or 2 truly different guns, which is still a lot, but most of those 3 million differences are only superficial. It's like how Fallout 3 claimed to have over 200 different endings, when there were, at most, 18, and even then they were only slightly different from each other. There are some unique guns in Borderlands, like this shotgun early on that fires this weird wave pattern that I couldn't seem to hit anything with, but the claim of over 3 million different guns doesn't stack up with my experience playing through the game twice. In short, hype backlash is when a company makes promises their product can't cash. The game looks like it should be awesome, but is just so boring. Almost the entirety of the plot is moved forward by MMORPG-style missions given in text boxes. Okay, I could deal with it if it was just the stuff you do mid-mission or at the bounty boards, but almost all of the dialogue in the game is done in these boxes. And while it can be fun and funny, I'm reading text boxes. It's not that great. This is highlighted by the fact that most of the cutscenes are awesome, which just serves to contrast how boring the rest of the game is. All you usually hear the other characters say is their stock dozen phrases, and it just feels fake. This game oozes with wasted potential as it is just so freaking boring. A good example is the art style. This entire game is done in this cel-shaded, fake illustrated style, which seems like it would make for a fun and funny game, and works when the game is being funny, but that's like 5% of the time. What makes this entire thing even worse is the game could have been great, and when it actually tries, this game is hilarious. One of the things I really liked is that in each area you have to track down these audio recordings of this archaeologist named Patricia Tanis, and as you listen to them, she goes a bit crazier in every recording, but not dumb crazy, just wonderfully demented. When the writing shows up, it's really funny. Every once in a while you start laughing because it's hilarious or ridiculous or fun. Unfortunately, these moments of enjoyment are sparse. Much like the desert planet the game takes place on, lost in a wasteland of slogging through mission after mission that you don't really care about just to get to another fun or funny part of the game. This game is just so dull, and when compared to the trailer, that's just inexcusable. There are driving sections, which I liked, even if they were too quiet. I personally liked the car, but I have been told that I have an unnaturally high tolerance for bad driving sections, so take that with a grain of salt. Now, I haven't played the expansions, of which there are 4. They look interesting, but I'm not gonna shell out an extra $30 to get them because I bought the game when it was first released. It's possible that because they were worked on specifically, that they're chock full of the humor that is so scarce in the main game, but I honestly don't know. When the complete version gets down to 10 or $20, I'll probably pick it up, but not now. For this game, I would say rent it, borrow it, or get it from the bargain bin. Just don't pay full price for it. Also, there is a sequel coming out this September, and the trailer looks awesome. It has this really cool dubstep song playing, and one of the guys is a ninja, and it looks awesome! But then again, so did the first. I'd say be cautious and look at the reviews after it comes out, maybe see if you have a friend that's going to get it, so you have somebody to play with. If you really want a co-op game, just go play Gears, Resistance, or Halo. This game, I can't hate it. I kind of feel like a parent. I'm not angry with it, I'm just disappointed. To sum up my feelings in a verbose and eloquent way, meh. This is Lee, publicly speaking, and signing off.